Hello everyone. Welcome to day 55 of Learning Data Science. And yesterday we have covered the winsorization part. We have basically covered all the things pertaining to winsorization, right? Whether it's we are using IQR model, Gaussian method, quantile method. Okay. So we have discussed all those things. We have discussed the tail, fold variables, all those things we have discussed yesterday, right? And also we have talked about the zero variance features, right? For example, what is that zero and non-zero variance, right? So if we are calculating the variance of a feature, columns, basically feature means columns. If we are calculating the variance of features, and if we are finding that if the variance is close to zero or zero, then what we will do? Obviously, it's no use of that particular feature. So we will either delete it or there is no use to keep it, right? So we will drop that column itself. So basically, we have discussed about the variance feature yesterday, zero variance feature, low variance feature. Basically, what is that, right? And today there is a most important topic, which is discretization and encoding. So we will discuss in detail basically what do we mean by discretization and encoding as well, right? So Uh, first, just give me a second. Yeah, I hope my screen is now visible. Okay, so here I will just go and we are discussing about, let me increase the font. We are discussing about discretization and encoding. Okay, so basically, what do you mean by discretization? So if we want to convert categorical data, if we want to convert categorical data into, sorry, if we want to convert numerical data into categorical, then we use discretization. Okay, then we use discretization. Okay, so we will discuss this in detail. I will explain you basically what's is there. So let me open the whiteboard itself. Okay. Okay. So basically, we were talking about if you want to convert numerical data into categorical data, then we use discretization. Okay. If you want to convert the numerical data into categorical data, then we use discretrization. Okay. So basically here you have understood it. And for example, I have a salary column here. Okay. And we are deciding, for example, if we are having a feature named as salary. Okay. A feature named as salary. Salary is my feature. Okay. And what we will do, if if my salary, okay, if salary is less than 75,000, is less than $7,500, then what we will do, we will assign it to the my category as low. So basically this will come under the low category, right? And if my salary, if 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 salary is greater than 75 $7,500, $7,500, then it will be my high salary. Okay, then it will be my high salary. Okay, so let's assume a column. Okay, let's assume here is my salary column, and basically we are dividing them into category. Okay, so basically this will be category. This is my category column. Okay, and we are dividing it, and just say for example here I will give the values as 6,000, 8,000, 12,000, 2,000, 8,600. Okay, so what will be the category according to this? According to this, what will be the category? Okay, so according to this, this category will be low. This category will be will be my category. Okay. So this category will be low. Why it's low? According to this is low. And what this will be? Obviously, this will be high. High. Again, this will be high. Okay. And again, this will be low. And again, this will be high. High. So basically, you can see the whole numerical column is being divided into two categories. We have divided into two categories. So what this is called? This is called binarization. Repeating the term, this is called binarization. I hope you are making running notes. If you are not, then surely make it, because I don't want you guys to feel sleepy. And after watching this video, you will surely forget that. You will surely forget it, because you can't remember what you have eaten 7 days ago in your supper or in your breakfast. You can't even remember that. Then how are you expecting that you will remember all these things? So keep making the running notes. Okay. So this is particularly called binarization. And this is particularly called binarization. And what is binarization? We are converting. Why do we call it? Because because we are converting because you are converting numerical value, converting my numerical value into two categories. We are converting into two categories. And what are those two categories? Obviously, one is high and another one is low. So basically, this is called binarization. In discretization, it is called binarization. So this is the first point. This is the first point with respect to discretization. Take the screenshot of this. Okay. Understand this. I'm repeating it once again. What do you mean by discretization? Discretization, if we want to convert our numerical data into categorical data, then we use discretization. Okay. And again, in discretization, there is subparts. The first part is binarization. Binarization means if we want to convert our numerical data into two category, then we use binarization. Again, it's up to you. You can convert into various categories. But when we are converting it into two category, then we are calling it as binarization. So whenever we are converting numerical value into two category, then what it is called? Yes, you are right. It's called binarization. Okay. So I hope you have understood the theory part. Okay. And it's up to you. You can convert into two categories, three categories. But again, if you're converting into two category, then it's called binarization. And you can convert it to three category, right? You can like, for example, let me take green. Yeah. If you want to add new category, if you want to add here new category, okay. If salary greater than 75,000, less than, then it's low. Okay. And if you want to add a new category here, for example, uh, instead of 75, instead of 75, if we are doing it 9,500, right? Then it will be high. And if salary, if salary greater than 75 and less than 95, then what should we call? We call it, we call as medium. We will call it as medium. So you can see here how it will affect. How it will affect this particular 8,000. This particular 8,000 will come under medium. Okay. This will come under medium. This also will come under medium. How it will come under medium? By this. By this. Okay. What we are doing? We have this rotile JSON discretrization. Okay. So basically we are converting our numerical data into categorical data. Whenever we are doing two category, then it's called binarization. And again, if it's more than two category, also we can convert it, right? So now the next thing which we are coming into, okay. So basically this discretization, okay. this discretization, the second point. Okay. The second one was binarization, and the second, which we call is rounding. What is the second step? Second step is rounding. And what do we do in rounding? We round off the value. What is called? By the name itself, it's rounding the values. Okay. And the third thing related to it, it's binning. What's there? What's there in binning? And in binning, there are two parts. First is called adaptive binning. First is called adaptive binning, and second is called fixed width binning. Fixed width. Okay. So what's the meaning of adaptive binning? Okay. What's the meaning of it? What we are basically doing it. Okay. So in adaptive binning, we can set the bins according to our needs. For example, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Like this. Okay. Then we will divide it into number of data points. So basically, what do you mean by the adaptive binning? What did you understood it? Okay. What did you understood it? What did you understood by this particular term? What's this? What's meaning of this adaptable? So if we want to set our beans according to our needs, again, it's differ from your data points or your data set perspective, right? It depends. So we can't say that for this particular data set, you will create five binning, six binning. No, it depends. Okay. So for example, if you have a data of students, right? And you have seen that the students who have, for example, you will see who is in, for example, class one is there, right? First standard is there, second standard is there, third standard is there, right? So what you will do? You will write here class first, second, third, like this. Means according to our needs. According to our needs, we are setting the binning values. And again, this will be in non-continuous form. You can see here, this is not continuous. Means there is no range inside it. I haven't written, means like if I will tell you what's the difference between bar graph and histogram. So you might have learned in your statistics, whenever we are building any histogram. So with respect to histogram, you can see here the graph will be like this. It will be stick to the bins. Why? Because we are deciding a range here. The range is there. And in case of bar graph, you can see the bar graph will look like this. There will be no attachment. No attachment will be there here. No attachment is there in bar graph. Okay. This is histogram. This is bar graph. This is bar graph. No attachment will be there because no continuous data is there. Okay. No continuous data is there. So in adaptive binning, we are assigning the values, we are setting the beans according to our needs, but again, there is no range inside it, right? And then we will talk about, for example, if we will talk about fixed with binning. So what is fixed with binning? We are assigning values by the set of beans according to our convenience. Okay, set of beans, like for example, age is there, right? So what we will do, if my age, if we will see, if my age is less than 10 or say 11, 12 basically. If my age is less than 12, then what should we call? We call it as kids, right? And if my age is greater than 12 and age is less than 18, then what we call? We call it teens. And also if my age is and if my age is greater than 18 and age less than 60, say 61. Then what we call these as adults. And if my age is greater than 61, then it's what we call a senior citizen. Okay. So what we are doing, if you could see here, we are assigning bins to it. Okay. We are assigning bins. How it is bins? We can say here, my bins is from low till 12. From low till 12, the bins is. Here you can see the bin is from 12 till 18. Here you can see the bin is from 18 till 61. And here the bin is from 61 till above. Above 61 till above. So these are the bins. These are the bins. These are the bins. And this says these bins are in continuous form. These bins are in continuous form. And with respect to these bins, these were in these bins were not in continuous form, right? So I hope you have understood with respect to adaptive binning, fixed with binning, what is binning. And rounding, we are basically rounding of the values. If the value, if the, for example, if the value is 3.5, if the value is 3.5 and we will round off to 4, then it's we are rounding off the value. And if my value is less than it's 3.4, then we will round off to 3. Okay, so basically here we are rounding off the things, the same thing which you have understood in your junior classes in maths, right? So basically this is the rounding. And binning, I hope you have understood what do you mean by adaptive binning and what do you mean by fixed with binning. And upon binarization, also you have understood it how we are converting our numerical data into categorical data, right? So you have understood all these things, how we have convert into two values, then we have converted into three categories, right? Basically, previously we have converted into two categories, then we have converted into three categories. So take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot. I hope you are making running notes and watching this video, because it will be useless for me to make this video unless you are not understanding it, right? So it's for you to understand this, and for you to understand it in a much better way, you should make running notes. You should keep making running notes, because if you were in school, right, you the teacher would have asked you to make running notes, and this would have certainly helped you. As you are watching this video from your home, from your PG, from your anywhere in your comfort zone, you are in your comfort zone, right? You are lying on your sofa, on your bed, right? So you might not understand these things by just laying like this. No, you should keep pen paper, pen paper. You should keep it. You should keep it. The notebook should be there. The notebook should be there, right? You should write it. You should write it. Okay. So we are stopping it here. And tomorrow we will discuss about the coding aspects of it. Okay. We will discuss about the coding aspects. So till then, bye bye. Take care.